Hello everyone, welcome to ECJ Squatty's channel. Vanakkam, Namaskar, Swagatam. So today we are going to see a topic from network security and cryptography, that is types of attacks. So types of attacks we have a lot of classifications in attacks. So we have a general view, we have a technical view, practical side of attacks, programs that attack. So attack can happen in different ways. So attack is nothing but when an unauthorized person tries to access the our system. Okay, so that is called as a attack. So first we will see about a general view attack. So in general view, we can classify attacks into three categories. One is criminal attacks, publicity attacks, and legal attacks. So criminal attacks are nothing but it is simple to understand. So we have frauds, scams, destruction, identity theft, intellectual property theft, brand theft. So all these kind of attacks comes under criminal attacks. Publicity attacks are nothing but this occurs because the attacker want to see their names appear on television, news channels, and newspapers. So there are many types of attackers who want the publicity. So because they want to be popular in the news or newspaper in some or the other way, that's why they start attacking. So those comes under publicity attacks. Legal attacks, this form of attacks is quite novel and unique. So here the attacker tries to make the judge or the jury doubtful about the security of a system. So this works as follows. The attacker attacks the computer system, and the attacked party manages to take the attacker to the court while the case is being fought. The attacker tries to convince the judge and the jury that there is inherent weakness in the computer system, and that he or she wants to show it. So actually here the attacker wants to show the loophole present in that computer system which is used by organization, like that she or he will claim that she didn't want to do anything, any bad activity, just to want to show the loophole present in the computer system. She started the attack. So he claims it, and yes, the jury or the court also accepts that kind of interactions. Okay, next we will see a technical view. So from a technical point of view, we can classify the types of attacks into passive attacks and active attacks. Passive attacks are nothing but wherein the attacker indulgence in eavesdropping or monitoring of data transmission. So the attacker aims to obtain information that is in transit, but not, he won't attack, do any modify data modification or data theft. So those won't be there. The term passive indicates that the attacker does not attempt to perform any modifications to the data. So passive attacks do not involve any modification to the contents of the original category or the message. So active attacks, so unlike passive attacks, the active attacks are based on the modification of the original message in some manner or in the creation of a false message. So these attacks cannot be prevented easily. However, they can be detected with some efforts, and attempts can be made to recover the data from these attackers. So these attacks can be in the form of interruption or modification and fabrication. So in active attacks, the contents of the original messages are modified in some way. So the next category is the practical side of attacks. So practical side of attacks, we have application level attacks and network level attacks. So application level attacks, these attacks happen at an application level in the sense that the attacker attempts to access or modify or prevent access to information of a particular application or the application itself. In network level attacks, these attacks generally aim at reducing the capabilities of a network by a number of possible means. So these attacks generally make an attempt to either slow down or completely bring to halt a computer network. So security attacks can happen at the application level or the network level. So next we'll see what programs that attack. So we have few programs that attack the system. So those are virus, worm, Trojan horse. So virus and worm are a bit both are a piece of code, but worm is actually different in implementation from virus. So a virus modifies a program. A worm, however, does not modify a program. Instead, it replicates itself again and again. Okay, the replication grows so much the computer or the network on which the worm resides becomes very slow, ultimately coming to a halt or shutdown. So thus the basic purpose of a worm attack is different from that of a virus. So a worm attack attempts to make the computer or the network under attack unusable by eating all its resources. So a worm does not perform any destructive attacks actions and instead only consumes system resources to bring it to down. So the next one is Trojan horse. So a Trojan horse is a hidden piece of code like a virus. However, the purpose of a Trojan horse is different. The main purpose of the virus is to make some sort of modification to the target of computer or the network, but a Trojan horse attempts to reveal confidential information to an attacker. Okay, so the Trojan horse, when we download a file containing a Trojan horse, definitely our confidential information which is present in our system will be revealed. Okay. So next we'll see about virus. So one can launch an application level attack or a network level attack using a virus. So a virus is a piece of program code that attaches itself to legitimate program code and runs when the legitimate program runs. So it can then infect other programs in the computer or programs that are in other computers but on the same network. Okay. A virus is a computer program that attaches itself to another legitimate program and causes damage to the computer system or the network. So during its lifetime, a virus goes through 4 phases. One is dormant phase, propagation phase, triggering phase, and execution phase. Okay, dormant phase, here the virus is idle. It gets activated based on a certain action or event. Okay, this is an optional phase, which is dormant phase. The next is propagation phase. So in this phase, a virus copies itself and each copy starts creating more copies of itself, thus propagating the virus. Okay, next is triggering phase. A dormant virus moves into this phase when the action or event for which it was waiting for initiated. Okay, execution phase. This is the last phase of the virus. So this is the actual work of the virus, which would be harmless, so or destructive. So virus can be classified into, we have many types of virus. We have parasitic virus, memory resident virus, boot sector virus, stealth virus, polymorphic virus, metamorphic virus. So parasitic virus, this is the most common form of virus. Such a virus attaches itself to execution files and keeps replicating. So whenever the infect file is executed, the virus looks for other executable files to attach itself and spreads. So memory resident virus. So this type of virus first attaches itself to an area of the main memory and then infects every executable program that is executed. So boot sector virus. The next category is boot sector virus. So this type of virus infects the master boot record of the disk and spreads on the disk when the operating system starts booting the computer. So next is stealth virus. So this virus has intelligent built in it, which prevents antivirus software programs from detecting it. Okay. Polymorphic virus. So a virus that keeps changing its signature on every execution, making it very difficult to detect. Metamorphic virus. So in addition to changing its signature like a polymorphic virus, this type of virus keeps rewriting itself every time, making its decision even harder. So this is all about the virus. Okay. So the program that attacks the computer or the network. Okay. So with this, I conclude this video. So thank you. We will meet you in the next video.